when you see the statute in court, you see that justicial statute, that is uphold justice. So you're going to return back the money you have borrowed. You cannot just tell the court that they should give you time. It can give you all the time you need, but you pay the amount that you have borrowed. That is what the court does. But as I said, these people is not going to take you to court.
Let me chip in this. One of my friends paid fair money. Let me use fair money as a case study. My friend, he collected 1 million naira from fair money, and he was paying religiously, just paying 1,000. He didn't even check the amount. If you get 5,000 today, we just transfer any money where they come to his account. We transfer about 50%, 100,000, 20,000, then 50,000. So after like 6 months, you now check the account, you now check the platform. You now realize that after he has paid 1.9 million, and yet they're still telling him that he will still pay 1.6 million. And the actual agreement is was 1.6. He's supposed to pay 1.6 million back after 6 months, but because of overdue interest, he didn't pay the money on time. So because of overdue interest, that thing was just that thing skyrocketed to 3 something million. So in that case, are you saying I'm still going to pay that kind of money? Even court will still strike it that I must pay?
Immediately, what I'll do if you come to me as a lawyer, or if I just want to give you my legal advice, immediately that you know that you have, as in your money has entered overdue, you take a screenshot of it. You take a screenshot that's ahead, that my money has overdue. So anything else that adds, you just minus that. You see that screenshot that you took, that is your own evidence. That is the one you have in your mindset that I'm going to pay. Anything else is irrelevant to you if you're going to do that. But if you get to court, the court is not going to tell you.
I'm referring to court now.
Yes, the court is not going to tell you to pay the overdue interest. That is why they took you to court. They are the one taking you to court. You're not the one taking them to court now.
Yes.
So immediately they take you to court. See, that's why I said they won't go to court, because they know if immediately they enter a courtroom, that overdue interest, they are not going to. That's their own commission. That's what they are eating. Is that interest? And they know if they get to court is not going to support them and say, okay, no, you have pay your money, then pay the overdue interest. The court is going to minus it. Then the only thing the court will tell you to do is to pay the money you borrowed. That is what. But paying the money you borrowed now, the court is going to be very lenient with you. Because I've seen a lot of situation whereby the person will just get to court and he or she will be crying. You see them crying in front of the magistrate. And the magistrate will just say, okay, take the time. Don't have to sell your properties. How are we going to handle this? Okay, let's draw in terms of settlements. Both of you go and agree, because the judge is not going to be there, that both of you go and settle between both yourselves. When you come to an agreement, bring back that terms of settlement. The court will now stamp it. It becomes an agreement between both of you. But I'm sure they won't want that, because they are not going to benefit that. So the only thing they have to do, so that is why you have to screenshot it. You will screenshot it, you will record it, that this is the amount you're going to pay. So all those things, the callings and everything, just screenshot it. At the end of the day, when you have the exact amount, because it's a lot, let's be realistic here. If you're running a business and you come to me to borrow money, for example, maybe you borrow 50,000, and I tell you that, okay, at the end of the month, you're going to pay me 100,000 back, and you failed in paying that 100,000. I started adding 2,000, 1,000 every day.
You cannot do that, sir. You cannot do that, man.
That is even wrong. I'm just giving an example. That is wrong. That is wrong.
You cannot add
that is even wrong. That is what I'm saying. You see that interest they are adding per day. That is wrong. They shouldn't even be doing that.
So that's exactly what we are saying. We are saying here
that is it. That interest now, if you get to court, you're not going to pay that interest. It's the initial money, the 50,000 you collected for me. That is what the court is telling you to pay. You're not going to pay. That interest is gone. Interest is gone.
That's exactly what we are saying. Now, if you check what we have been saying now here, it's very simple and straightforward. These guys, any money you pay, for instance, if you are owing any loan apps here, and you now pay, you have this mind that let me be paying them small till I finish paying them. The more you pay, the more they keep adding that overdue interest. So they will swallow up everything you have paid. So does it make sense to stick to pay that kind of money? Now, to worsen the case, because this